He handed it to the CO. The CO was she was a mean broad. And she was wild unattractive, right? But she was the CO, you know what I'm saying? She had all the power between 9 to 5 or whatever her shift was, right? He handed her the magazine to hand to me, and before she gave it to me, before she walked it across, she looked at it, and she saw me and...
Welcome to the nation. I am your host, your president, your tour guide, Mr. Monster Man Rocco. I'm the landlord, the owner, tenant, the janitor. I mops the damn floor.
With you, if you don't follow the rules. So, yo, there are pictures going around the internet right now. I think they came from TMZ of Puffy Diddy. Basically, he's in the yard in prison. Regular pictures. There's not no pictures of him having no fight. It's not no pictures of him doing nothing weird or nothing weird happening to him. Just pictures of him standing having a conversation with what appears to be some of the other inmates or whatever. TMZ released these pictures. A lot of people were wondering, how did they get these pictures? I mean, people haven't seen Puffy since before he got locked up. You know what I'm saying? When he was locked up going to court, there were no pictures. There were just sketches and all of that showed him with gray hair and all of this, that, and third. And everybody's like, whoa, how did they get this if they couldn't get none in the courtroom? I mean, listen, courtrooms are a lot smaller than prisons. Courtroom is way easier to monitor, to cover all the ground, to keep people in line. In a prison, you got thousands of people with hundreds of guards. The math ain't mathing. You know, people going, you know what I'm saying? I say all that to say, somebody gonna have a phone. Mad niggas in jail got phones. Like, I get messages on IG from niggas in jail all the time. Matter of fact, I once got a message, maybe more than once, but definitely once that I could think about. I got a message from my nephew who's locked up. He's not my blood nephew, but he's Neff Dog, right? He actually just came home. Salute you. Welcome home, Pop. Message from him, but it ain't him. It's somebody that hacked into his page, and they in his page scamming. I don't know. Take that for whatever it's worth. I mean, like, I say that to say people who are in jail doing a lot of the same things that we doing out here. So I'm not really surprised about that. It raises the question, like, TMZ paying niggas in jail? There's one picture where you can see through like a gated window. So I'm assuming it's an inmate. You know what I mean? If it was a CO could get a way better picture. You know, a CO could, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would assume a CO could get a better picture. I don't know if they allowed inside the building with their phones and all, like the COs and all that. I don't know if they allowed inside the building with their phones, but I ain't been in a situation like that in a real long time. That's worth celebrating. But yeah, it seemed like it came from an inmate cell. They also say he has a job doing laundry in the prison. You know what I'm saying? I heard Charlamagne and them talking about it. You know, they don't know much about that, you know, these type of dynamics. And admittedly, I'm not no expert. Like I said, I've never been in the feds. I've never been to prison. I just been to jail a lot of times, right? And it's not a flex, it's just how I know certain things. There was some reports of Diddy almost getting into a fight over, I believe, a chair, you know, some type of day room activity and all of that, but Diddy just kind of brother loved his way out of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna pray for you type of activity. Newsflash to all of the people out there who, just in case you're wondering, for the most part, Diddy is gonna be alright in jail. He's still Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And he still got money. Like, you got people, like, there ain't a time in my life, well, I won't say in my life, there hasn't been a time since I've been an adult where I'm somewhere in the belly of the beast where the fact that I'm rocked from Helter Skelter didn't play a role at some point. Like, it didn't offer me some sort of privilege. And I'm just rocked from Helter Skelter. That's Diddy. Me and Diddy got the same birthday, but it's definitely worlds apart. You know what I'm saying? I had to do 40 days in Brooklyn House, right? I was in Brooklyn House for about 38 of those days, and I could remember like it's funny because I never really looked at it like I had, I was already rocked from Helter Skelter, right? But I never really looked at it like, I was some big shot in jail, like I was somebody special, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I trying to say? I never really felt like I had nothing to style on. It wasn't wasn't nothing about my stay there of flex, right? But in all reality, that's not true. Somebody was asking me, I'm not asking me, but we was having a conversation about jail, and I was just describing my experience in that time, and it was like, at the end of my story, I was like, hold on. I was kind of the man for that little period of time or whatever. I mean, like, it was in Brooklyn House. I had, I stayed with a good visit. You know what I'm saying? I had a side chick come visit me. The COs didn't snitch. The COs were snitches. There was a dude, like, we was on was it the 9th floor or the 10th floor? We was on the 9th floor. My house was on the right side. The house on the left side had a dude from Langston Hughes Projects. I believe, was it Melion? Was it? It might have been Melion, or it was his right hand man. I forget his name, right? But our projects didn't really get along like that. But when you locked up, Brownsville over everything, right? So me and son cool. At one point, son, he called me down to, he called me from way down the tier. He go, yo, Rock, you seen this? And he handed me a magazine. Well, he didn't hand it to me because he couldn't reach me, but he handed it to the CO. The CO was she was a mean broad. And she was wild unattractive, right? But she was the CO, you know what I'm saying? She had all the power between 9 to 5 or whatever her shift was, right? He handed her the magazine to hand to me, and before she gave it to me, before she walked it across, she looked at it, and she saw me in the magazine. It was. I had my little modeling debut. I was modeling some leather bulletproof vests that wasn't really bulletproof, right? And all of a sudden, from that point, I started getting little fake privileges and all of that. And I say fake privilege only because she, you know what I'm saying, she was extremely mid. She might have been beneath mid. But like, I could remember days when niggas would be like, yo, Rock, it's hot in here. Tell homegirl to open the window. She gonna listen to you, son. Just tell her, ask her to open. I was able to get the windows open and all of that, you know what I'm saying? When I first got there, they tried to put me, like, I was there for a couple of days. They found out who I was. They tried to put me in PC. I'm like, PC? What? I'm not going to no PC. They like, you gotta go. So to the point where the niggas in the cells, the niggas in the house was like, the other inmates was like, yo, you gotta go. They say you gotta go, bro. Ain't nothing you can do. I go all the way upstairs. I think PC was on the 10th floor. That's protective custody, right? I go upstairs and I get in a cell, and they like, yo, they give me some paperwork to fill out. And I'm like, yo, what if I don't sign this? They said, if you don't sign this, then you can't stay here. I'm like, well, I'm not signing this. Right, so they take me back downstairs. They bring me right back to my same dorm where I was at. The whole house. I was mad because of that. And that was when I first got there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to have people driving up to the jail because it's right in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? They knew where, I don't know how I was able, however I communicated to somebody, they knew what side of the building I was on. You know what I'm saying? They'd pull up playing music and shit. Yeah, I was kind of the man. But anyway, that's me. Underground rapper Rock of Helter Skelter. Imagine if you Diddy. So if y'all was expecting something bad to happen to Diddy in jail, I don't think that's going to happen. He might get in a fight at some point. That may happen. Somebody might try him, but overall, I think he going to be all right. Niggas ain't going to be in there violating him. But that's all I had to say. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Should I put this in the it went down like this folder? Which I think I did tell a story here, right? It went down like this. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen in the nation, leave us a super thanks or a Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all do, y'all. The Cash App tag going to be in the description along with the Bandcamp link. And the merch link for those who want to get involved. You know what I'm saying? You rather hear me rap than hear me yap. That's what the Bandcamp link is for. If you want to, get your merch on, it's the other link. Spell things right. Helter Skelter, not Helter Skelter. A's and H's. It's Monster, not Monster. It's an A, no ER. It's ROCK with a K. Don't forget the K. And most importantly, it's BCC, bro, not BBC. Pause protesters. Get your ass out of here. The rest of y'all.
Let's go. I'm one of the realest you ever gon' see. I ain't come here to lie to you. Niggas done with a lie to you. I get Beanie Siegel's first album, or Paul Pierce even, they got the truth. I'm sick and tired of you, you comical and I'm not in the mood for jokes. You are not a goon, not a shooter or a rider. You shoot off your mouth and you be riding dudes, cock for loot, dude, that's a prostitute.